that's just what you associate with me, so probably seeing this is really strange. But actually, in most of my adult life, this was my hair. Having long hair is actually rare for me. All throughout college and like a year or so after graduation, I had short hair, like this length or maybe a little bit longer. It was only in the past 2 years that I just let it grow, and when the pandemic hit, I didn't feel comfortable going to a salon, so I just kept letting it grow and grow and grow, and it was super fun. I really enjoyed having long hair, but last week I just woke up one morning and was like, I'm done. I'm tired of all the hair, all the upkeep. It was constantly getting tangly. It was just too long. It had no shape to it. I felt like it didn't complement my face that much anymore. So I got it cut, and I can't even tell you how good it feels. It feels so refreshing, so light, and like my head literally feels lighter, like there's less weight to it. It's really nice, and I just feel like a breath of fresh air, and I guess that feeling kind of is inspiring the things I'm gonna ramble about tonight. Kind of a mix of creating change and taking care of yourself, and I think a big part of taking care of yourself is creating change. So I think I want to talk about that first. And I do want to say, I know that change is something a lot of people are afraid of, and even the word itself can be very triggering. And like me, myself, and I am often triggered by that word because I don't like change. But I'm not talking about big change. I'm not talking about massive, scary change. I'm talking about little changes, which are just as valid and even more important sometimes than big changes. Just like creating little changes for yourself, whatever that may be. So for me, clearly, like this week, this month, my change was cutting my hair. Now, for some people, that's like the biggest change ever and is super scary. And so everyone is different. For me, cutting my hair has always been easy. I feel blessed that like that doesn't scare me, because I know a lot of people like that is super scary, and that's totally okay. I'm not saying to go cut your hair or something like that. Just for me, I know that's a change that I can make that's gonna cause me excitement rather than fear or sadness. And that's why I went for it. I wanted that. I created that change for myself. And that was just me. Like, that was just personally for me. I just had felt recently, January was it's not that I don't love them. I really, really love them. But I like realize that in my entire life, I've never taken care of my nails. Like from the age where I could go get my nails done, I was getting acrylics, I was getting gel, I was doing press-ons, ripping them off, not taking care of my nails. And I was like, girl, you're like an adult now. It felt dumb. Like, it felt frustrating that, like, I didn't have natural nails I was proud of. So, the regular thing now for me is gonna be my real nails. And it's taken about 4 weeks for me to get them to look like this. But I'm really happy with them, and I'm gonna start really taking care of them and enjoying them as they are, because I have nice nails. I don't know why. Like, I didn't. Maybe I do know why. I actually, here's a theory I kind of just created in my head, or I just thought of. I feel like being able to take care of your nails takes like a lot of mental strength. I often feel like I didn't have like the capacity in my brain to like take care of my nails. Like, it was just so much easier just to slap some glue on and slap on some long clickety clackety nails, rather than taking the time to moisturize and file and protect and grow them out and not break them, not rip them, whatever it was. But I feel like when you're in a rough spot, when you're mentally not doing well, taking care of your nails like is really hard. And like, for people who have nervous habits and they bite their nails, or they pick their nails, or they rip their nails, or whatever it is, like it's like a habit, and sometimes you need to cling on to those habits when you're having a rough time. Like, it's hard to break habits when you're having a rough time. And so I feel like for many years this, like, maybe it sounds silly to you where I'm like talking about just taking care of your nails, but I just like didn't have it in me, wasn't mentally in a good enough place to like regularly like take care of my nails. So I'm all about that now, and it makes me feel really good that I have nice looking nails that are mine, and I don't have to pay to get them done. They're not damaged, they're healthy, like they look nice. And that's like another little change I've done that has made me feel much more confident. I feel like that ties into all of this too, is when you create, I've found that when I create changes for myself that make me feel good, they also increase my confidence. I feel like for a lot of people, myself included, oh, did you hear my stomach's making noises? Exercise and change are often intertwined. A lot of people have exercise and activity and weight goals surrounding change. Like, that's the change they want to make. And if that's the change you want to make, I guess I will like say what I did, and it started out as a little change. Like, it really did. I didn't go from 0 to 100 or anything like that. And honestly, my original goals were just to be healthier and to be more active. I didn't even like, weight wasn't even on my radar. I think that's healthier for me, and hopefully like I think healthier for a lot of people when you don't focus on that, because weight is not a determinant of health at all. But I am not an expert on that, so I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to talk about the change I made. So right when COVID hit, like March of 2020, and like no one was able to go anywhere. I wasn't able to see anyone. I was like, okay, I need to do something. I need to get out of the house. And the little change that I made was just going for a walk every evening. And it wasn't even about getting exercise. It was literally about getting out of the house. And then it became about leaving the house at sunset so I could watch the sunset. Because like I can't really see it from any of the windows in my house. I have to like walk kind of like out of where I live to see the sunsets. And Florida gets some really, really nice sunsets. isolated, not doing things. It just gave me something to do. It added something new to my routine. Okay, so I guess that's my little spiel about creating change. And I feel like that, like I said, I think that bleeds into taking care of yourself. And this is when I want to take a moment to tell you to take care of yourself. It's the month of February. It's the month of hearts and love. And February is my favorite month. And for me, it has nothing to do with like loving another, loving someone else. It's about like loving yourself and giving love and sharing love and feeling love and self-care. And when I'm talking about self-care, like I think I'm talking about it on a deeper level than kind of like the surface of self-care. Like obviously like taking a bath after you have a long day, that's amazing and you should definitely do that. But if you're having like bigger issues, you know, or bigger problems or bigger frustrations, taking a bath every evening, you know, it's not gonna fix that. And that's why I do feel like creating change for yourself is a part of self-care. But I think it's self. Did I say self? I think I said self instead of self. I'm talking too much, too many words. I think, you know, self-care is bigger, and I think it's more about actively thinking about it. Like remembering that's what you need to do. Sometimes remembering to take care of yourself is half of the battle. Like sometimes I can go like days of just like, that's nice, of just go, do, and then I realize, oh my god, like I haven't stopped, I haven't rested, I haven't gotten more than 6 hours of sleep. Like how did 5 days go by and I've just run myself ragged? And it's literally because I didn't even remember to take steps to take care of myself. So I feel like sometimes that's half, like most of the battle is remembering, because once you remember, you often do. Like I also want to remind you that it's okay if days go by and you're not productive. Like it's okay. And also like don't think you're the only one who's like unproductive for like multiple days. I think it's so easy to like, as always, like look on social media and feel like all these people are doing all these things all the time. Like that's a lie. Literally every single person on this planet is often very unproductive. Sometimes all you could do is exist. That was like some of my days 2 weeks ago, I think. Literally I just like, okay, I literally went for my walk and existed today, and that was my accomplishment, and that's okay. I mean, it's hard, like even me saying that now, it's hard for myself even to accept that a lot of the time, but I am speaking it out loud, sharing it with you, as well as telling myself that, you know, you can accept, and it's okay that you do nothing sometimes, and it's okay to just exist. That's enough. That's crazy enough. But what's not okay is not taking care of yourself. I'm trying to think like, what do I do the most to take care of myself? For me, ASMR, doing as well as watching ASMR. Sometimes like a couple days will go by and I'm like I haven't watched any ASMR. Like why haven't I? Like I'm so stressed and it always helps me de-stress. Like why haven't I done that? That's like a huge part of taking care of myself for me. Also like doing my makeup. I love doing my makeup. And let's see, like looking presentable even when no one sees me, when I'm just seeing myself like every day. I've also learned that like what I wear like makes an impact on how I feel, and like that's definitely not some revolutionary statement. I feel like tons of people know that, but I recently really like came to grips with that. Like, something I learned about myself is that, okay, I love sweatpants, but like baggy sweatpants like make me feel awful about myself. Like, I just don't feel good. And like tons of people love baggy things, and that's awesome. Like, that's great. Like, it looks so fun to wear baggy things. Like, I don't care like who you are. Like, if you like baggy things, yes, wear it. I've learned that I tried and I don't like it. Like, I struggle with like things that aren't fitted. And I don't feel good about myself when I wear baggy things. And so I still love sweatpants. So I've learned to like wear sweatpants that are fitted sweatpants. And like to help me like feel good all the time. Like, so like I feel like I'm getting so deep about sweatpants, but it's fine. It's fine. I literally like got rid of all my baggy sweatpants because if they were in the drawer, I was gonna wear them. But every time I wore them, I felt horrible. So I got rid of them all. So I think what my point of this spiel is, don't wear clothes that make you feel awful. Like, I don't care if that's what everyone else is wearing. Like, if you hate how you look in skirts, don't wear them. If you hate how you look in the mom jean type scenario, which I don't look that good in mom jeans at all, don't wear them. Like, it's not worth it. Only wear things that make you feel good. I feel like that is self-care. That is 100% self-care. Self-care, self-care, self-care. I hope that you don't find this video silly, or what I'm talking about really silly. Sometimes I'm like, Rachel, you sound so dramatic. You need to relax. But I just feel like life is so chaotic and stressful, and sometimes we need reminders to wear things we feel good in and do things that make us feel good and whatnot. I also feel like, for me, a part of my self-care is having passions outside of the thing that gives me income. So like, I love my job, I love what I do, and I'm actually not talking about ASMR. ASMR is like a passion, and I love it, and I'm never gonna stop doing it. But I have a salaried job that I work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, all that jazz, and I love it. I love what I do, but I don't think it should be the only thing that I love. And so over time, over my adult life, I found other things that I'm passionate about, and I devote my time to them when I have time, like ASMR. And I feel like it's helped me feel rounded, like a whole thing, rather than all I am is my job. And I feel like with my personality, I could very easily be that way. But doing other things, being passionate about other things, it just like expands who I am. And I think that's really good for me. And I think it's part of my process of taking care of myself. Like, as you'll know, as I've talked about, as my videos say, like, I love makeup and I love ASMR. Those are just like two of the things. I also love to write. I write like silly poetry and short stories and just like whatever I feel like. It'll never see the light of day, but I love doing it. I love doing it. A basic passion, but I love to read. And sometimes I'll realize like 6 months have gone by and I haven't read a book. And I'm like, why haven't you done that? And then every time I do read, I feel so much better. So when I can, I try to read on a consistent basis, because it is a passion. I love discovering new books, new stories, new everything. So that's really fun for me. But I guess just like if you're still in school, I think depending on what you're going after, like depending on your course load, like if you're trying to get your PhD or your doctorate it, like, or even if you're just getting your bachelor's, but you know, you just don't have time. Like, it's hard to have other passions. But for me, I did have some time in college and especially in high school to like pursue other passions, and I definitely, like, if you have the time and if it won't like destroy your mental health, like, try to find other things that make you happy besides the goal you're reaching. I feel like that was a jumbled mess. But like, maybe at night, rather than spending an hour scrolling through social media, TikTok, Instagram, whatever, like, try to do something new. Like, I don't know, it could be like the silliest thing. Draw a picture, do a puzzle. By the way, I love puzzles. Puzzles are a passion, 100%. That's on the list as well. But yeah, I think like a huge part of taking care of yourself